you're doing the artificial storm experiment. Here? You're not about to go swimming with my most treasured record, are you?
You must understand. This record is a vital element.
Oh, that dude again.
And you need to understand that it's a one-of-a-kind relic of rock and roll.
Oh, don't fret. I've taken that concern into account.
What?
What?
The closest potential location for the experiment appears to be directly on the route of this cruise ship, the Free Breeze.
Wow.
Did he duplicate them?
We're veering off course.
Oh my.
We're accelerating on a southward trajectory.
These people are fortunate. Born at the top of wealth and privilege.
Miss Grace, please, show us a new way.
What a coincidence. I so happen to have a similar device myself. 1999, 2005, 2007.
There is a pioneer who has crossed the storm.
There's a language that transcends all barriers.
Yeah, but honestly speaking though,
Follow the music.
it doesn't necessarily happen the way the trailer says it would,
That's the plan.
or
And if I fail,
hints at.
at least you'll have one more umbrella for the others.
Because if you remember the one with Anjo Nala, in the trailer, it made it seem as if she went on a rampage and killed all those soldiers, and she did. You skipped the re-story? Weren't you sitting through my streams? I thought I did a re-story, or did you just wander off? Ah, I see. That's what she did. But you don't pay attention to the story. Alright. Yeah. So why are you even interested in this one if you don't pay attention to it 99% of the time? The exception has been 1, 2, 5, 6. Wait.
When the first proverb appears on the shell, we reach the shores of elsewhere.
Okay, Frank Gunner, take
The
care.
island, the upturned palm of Mother Sea.
The once drifting boat now beds itself in the golden sand.
When the second proverb appears on the shell, we kindle the fire, the crackling warmth, the spark of hope.
The joyful people are long blessed as one.
When the third proverb appears on the shell, we accept the sea's gift. The rolling waves, the plentiful fish.
The cool sea breeze cradles us.
When the fourth proverb appears on the shell, we face the test, the salty tears, the longing gaze.
Beyond the sea, I find no home.
Beyond the sea, I find no home.
I was actually kind of concerned about that fire setting her dress ablaze. Okay.
You did well today, Tutu.
Thank you, Kamitsa. I was just playing my part in celebrating the success of the trade season. Nothing special, really. But what are we doing here? What could be more important than the celebration? I've never seen you sneak off on a bonfire night before.
Tutu, do you think you and your friends could fix up that old ship? I know you're close with Toa, Solane, and the rest. They always make sure their first vows go to you. I'm sure they'd be happy to lend you a hand. And the elders like you too. I've heard many of them say they'll leave their spirit shells to you. So you can win their support too, right?
Whoa, slow down, Big Chief. Are you saying you want to fix up the quick spear?
What were you expecting from the trailer, Kinoku?
Yeah.
But why? We've kept it docked for years.
Maybe one day we'll need to set sail again. To fish or spend some time on another island.
But the merchants already come by every few months to bring us hollow fruits and red snappers. Why would we need to sail?
Yeah, but what if a storm hits? Are we just going to sit around and let the waves wash away our homes?
We've been through much worse than a few storms. Remember when the waves came and took away Malaga? Haloni cried for days over that little pebble castle. And then that strange oil polluted the water all around Ititi. The only place where the water's calm enough to hold a pow-pow race. We haven't held a race since.
Wait. No, like literally, like, does the trailer pique your interest, or is there something you expect from the trailer? That's what I was curious about.
Then Miti and Vaipuna, but we've made it through. Because that's what we do in the face of difficulties, right? We stick together. Besides, we're doing just fine on Melly.
But what if we lose Melly to the waves as well?
Oh, so that's what you're... Alright, okay.
If it comes to that, Tutu, I need you to take everyone and leave. Find somewhere to stay for a while. Can I?
You've been acting strange, brother. Are you thinking of sneaking off and leaving us?
I mean, technically speaking, even if, what's her name? I forgot. Slimy Mommy, as you guys call her, or whatever. She technically would be considered a timekeeper if it wasn't because she was the antagonist. Not Valentina. I was talking about the boss of that other organization. Cause she can also go through time too. Not well, survive the rewinds, so to speak. No, not Grace. Whatever. I forgot her name.
I'm not going anywhere. I promise.
Like, the timekeeper's the timekeeper because the rewind of time does not affect her. But there are other characters, yes, Arcana. There are other characters who are also not affected, like Arcana. It's just that she's the antagonist, so...
Neither are the rest of us, brother.
No. You must get ready. Start preparing now.
Or is it that the timekeeper is unique in the sense because she doesn't need any, like, item or spells to prevent anything from happening to herself?
Something's been bothering you since last trade season. You've been spending a lot of time at the beach, looking out to the sea. Did a witch put a spell on you? You better wear some malacca around your neck and carry nippones and doll sleeves.
No. That's not the reason she can survive the storm. Because, back when she was still in the school, she didn't really carry around that suitcase, I don't think. The suitcase just happened to have the ability to carry other people in it and isolate them from the storm. But she herself is not affected by the storm at all, I think. And that's why she doesn't do magic like all other Arcanas. It's because her magic is that the fact that the storm has zero effect on her.
No. There's no witch. It's just something Miss Grace told me. It's been bugging me.
Miss Grace? That outsider who calls herself a captain?
Unless, you know, I misunderstood. That's also possible. But I really think it's because she's the timekeeper because she is not affected by the storm at all. And I think it's slightly implied that that Regulus is also not affected, but I don't know if it's because the timekeeper stuffed her into the luggage or not, though.
I don't mean to alarm you, Mr. Kamuta, but 3 months from now, Melly will be devoured by a tsunami.
Miss Grace, don't say such nonsense. You're welcome as a guest, but that doesn't give you the right to spread fear among my people.
What if I told you that the sinking of Malaga and Baipuna wasn't entirely caused by the tsunami? But there were other factors at play. It is true that the tsunami sent them into the sea. But long before it struck, foreign military forces had been eyeing the islands for their strategic value.
Those rumbling sounds, they weren't thunder?
They were torpedoes launched by humans. And I have some unfortunate news regarding them.
The area is now under martial law. Any development plans for the region should be revised accordingly. These coordinates, they cover Nukuteao.
After a brief investigation, they concluded that your home is an unoccupied area suitable for their weapon testing. It won't be long before they publish a report on this new test site and receive their rewards for discovering it.
The veil of nothingness was cast by our ancestors to protect. I never thought it would put us at risk.
Wow, and how am I supposed to do that, Kinoku?
As chief, I must bring this to the attention of my people. Perhaps it's time we remove the mist. But without it, we'll draw all kinds of attention.
I see.
Miss Grace, may I borrow this document? My people need to see this.
Be my guest. But you'd better persuade them quickly.
Why's that?
As far as I know, they're looking to expand the test site. It's on their agenda now.
Right. We'll have to set up a meeting with them to negotiate.
Certainly. I wish you the best of luck persuading those warmongers. And for your safety in the coming tsunami.
With all due respect, Miss Grace, not even the Nukutai can predict the movements of the ocean that far in advance. On what basis are you making this forecast?
It's not a forecast, Mr. Kamuta. Call it the wisdom of hindsight. Or perhaps I should put it more clearly. Have you heard of the storm?
Kamutza! Kamutza! Brother! The rain's getting heavier! We must go inside!
It's the tsunami. It's happening.
What's going on, Tutu? Kamuta?
It's raining really heavily, the water's rising. You really asking about that? Dude.
No time for questions, Toa. We must bring these baskets to safety.
There's food and clothes in there.
Here, I'll give you a hand. Chief, what are you doing?
Leave them. There's no time. We must get to the ship. Now!
Our people still have to live after the flood's over. If we don't bring something, what are we going to eat? Or where? These things won't fall into our laps, you know.
Listen, it's different this time. You... Juju! Watch out!
What are all these splinter cats doing here?
Who? Patutu?
These aren't just splinter cats. Are those Sarmatian sea snails? And
Paparola?
cats with
Okay.
ghost faces?
I've never seen them all come out together before. What kind of storm is this?
Why not?
They can sense the coming tsunami. Come! We need more hands to drive them off.
Oh.
Understood.
She's like 6, does cleansing. Okay.
May the peace be with us. I believe in you.
I mean, she's a cleanser, not a sustain, you said.
Agreed.
Take it easy.
There
So
you
long
go!
lives this, and
What's
this
the
gives power to
tragedy?
be. Your life will burn.
Hey.
It's alright.
Split damage taken. So she's kind of like Kakania with cleanse then? Or something?
Handle it gently.
That was certainly a choice.
Take it easy. Try for free. Try for free.
A little surprise. It's time to say goodbye.
I mean, Kakania does a little bit of healing, not much. Or at least I think she does. Does she?
Go! All of you! Now! Everyone get to the quick spear!
This tsunami, it's the worst I've ever seen.
That's because I did Resonance 10. Aren't you supposed to Resonance 10? Wait, I don't understand why you, what's got you all worked up? You want to rank Resonance 15 Kakania? Oh. But she's only at P0. Like, why? How's the day going?
Is it
It's
true?
alright, Ryoko.
Is
How
this
about
the
you?
end of Melly?
Tutu!
For
Don't just stand
HP?
there. Get
Oh,
over
I see.
here!
Slash day to Bandvala.
Miss Grace!
Seems I'm right on time.
You're Miss Grace.
You should be more
The
careful
days have
out
been
here,
decent?
dear.
That's good. You don't know how Rixie and me play with Resonance 10 Kakania? Hey, Rixie, explain yourself.
People of New Kateo, are
Excuse
you
me.
ready to set sail?
sail? No. You've got this all wrong, outsider. We're not going anywhere. We Nukata will not abandon our home.
Well, I don't know. I just get them just to resonance 10. And if they happen to have, I don't know, like P3 or higher, then I raise them to resonance 15. So what's your reason for keeping Kakania at resonance 10, Rixie?
Tutu, wait. Maybe Miss Grace knows a better way.
Refuse all you like, miss. But your homeland will be completely submerged before long.
We appreciate your help, Miss Grace, and we'll make sure to return the favor as best we can. But we don't find your view on the situation all that convincing.
You don't, do you? Take a look at this little creature. One of nature's many remarkable creations. It has a fitting name, too. The moon-eyed fiddler. They hide themselves in the water, covering their traces with the ebb and flow of the tide. They only come ashore when the tide is high, and from there they migrate to quieter waters. The diviners and arcane dealers, they are the living gold of the ocean. But to the people who live near their regular habitats, they are an ill omen. Wherever they appear, floods are sure to follow. This tsunami is only the beginning. Animals migrate and leave their homes behind when conditions become unfavorable. You should do the same. Look around you. Think about your people.
Tutu, it's okay. We know you have your reasons.
Do we really have to leave?
The outside world is indeed full of dangers, but there is less to fear than you think. I'll help you through it. There it is, our ship.
Today's headlines. A new naval testing site has been established in an unoccupied area of the Eastern Pacific Ocean to facilitate future armament research and development. South America is facing a significant economic crisis marked by stagnation, inflation, and... The Ocean Conservation Association is calling for greater attention to be paid to the oil. The Free Breeze cruise ship is set to arrive in Sydney Harbor later today. Astrophysicists forecast a solar eclipse this month.
Miss Radio! How could you do this to me? Today of all days? Your bloody alarm ruined my precious holiday lying!
Oh, okay. Then Kinoku, lies and slander. Rixie has resonance 15.
My apologies, Miss Regulus. But it wasn't an alarm. It was the daily news broadcast. If the morning news isn't quite to your taste, I can offer a variety of alternatives, including programs on literature and music critique, Australian food, and so on.
She's at P0. I don't feel the need to raise it beyond resonance 10, okay?
Oh, no!
Ryoko! Look, I can't control when I get her, right? She's been put into the standard pool. Everybody has their own way of playing Kinoku. P5 is overkill.
Sorry.
Why not?
It seems I've caught you at a bad time.
Well, excuse my P5 Lucy then.
But please be careful, Miss Regulus. I know the LSCC encourages us to examine machines like Ms. Radio, but I don't think a violent disassembly would go down so well.
Violence? If there's any sort of violence in this room, I'm the one receiving it. Where's my justice?
Only P5. Wait, is there something beyond P5? Are you sure?
Well, I'm afraid justice might be slow to come. The Australian branch is going through restructuring at the moment. Things will be put on hold for a while. In the meantime, you've been assigned to a new team, the Storm Research Group.
What? Me?
Yes, Mr. Ulrich's leading it. He made a special request for you to be on the team. He's looking forward to meeting you in person.
What? Just like that?
Oh, okay. Well,
Didn't anyone care to ask me what I wanted to do?
I guess I'll never know.
Wait, why are you telling me this now?
The list of group members and the reasons for their selection have been up on Laplace's website for a week now. And today is its official founding day. You should be there, as a Laplace staff member and an important part of the new team.
Huh? Hold on a minute. As far as I'm concerned, I'm still on Team Timekeeper. And, more importantly, I'm still on my time off.
Good to see that you actually paid attention in our last group meeting, Regulus.
Latin! Oh, thank God you're here. Go on, tell them I'm still on holiday.
Sorry to break it to you like this, Regulus, but today's our last day off.
You can't be serious!
Of course I am. Also, Mr. Ulrich has invited us to attend the ceremony in Laplace. Shall I give you a moment to get ready?
No!
The nameless black dots on this parchment cries out for annotation. You hate the inspiration team? Why? Except from the history of arcane ethnicity. Due to the reclusive nature of the Nukutais, our knowledge of this enigmatic group comes only from the sparse accounts of a few trading ships that had contact with them and the legends from neighboring society. In the folklore of coastal civilizations in South Pacific, these are often tales of shell people or hermit crab people. These being dressed in shells and living in the water are depicted as otherworldly ocean emissaries or guardians. They offer advice and guidance to the protagonists in these stories or help those lost at sea. With the age of exploration, the veil over these mysterious figures was lifted, and a small island named Nukoteo, known for its production of mystical and esoteric crafts, became a topic of intrigue among adventurers in Tavern. Consequently, the intrusion of explorers and trading ships seemed to weary the Nukatais, and the records from that period show they gradually vanished from the page of history. They employed some form of arcane skill to conceal the island's exact location, ensuring their homeland was never appeared on any official map. Today, with advancements in maritime technology and increasing global communication, it is only a matter of time before the island of the Nukatais is rediscovered. The author can only hope that this inevitable encounter would not bring undue harm to the Nukatais, wishing that they can integrate into global community through peaceful and friendly exchanges. May the final chapter of this age of exploration conclude with harmony. Well, we know that it didn't. It's so inspiration, the new mechanic is very RNG and you don't like it. Got it. They'll probably fix it with enough players being very against it.
Captain, we seem to have deviated from our route to Laplace.
Did they add anything new? The thing that Kinoko is complaining about?
A great pirate, Mr. Apple, doesn't simply rely on her compass. She must listen to her heart too.
Ah, this apple thought you were trying to slip away to make the most of your final day off.
Well, that do.
Come get your sucker rat whiskers all the way from Brazil. Perfect for brewing a chill wind elixir. Only 185 sharpadontes. See anything you like? You won't find a better price anywhere.
This is a good price. Do you have more of this stuff? Show me everything you've got.
Captain, might I remind you that Miss Sotheby is not travelling with us at this time?
Oh yeah, you're right. Alright, mate. Whoa, love the colours. How about bringing in some pop art? Trust me, it'll take it to a whole new level. You should come visit London sometime. We've got some seriously groovy art on the streets.
Pop art? That's a bit dated, don't you think?
I beg your pardon? Did you hear that? We better go over there and check it out, Mr. Apple.
What is it? Could it be Manus Vindictae? Miss Burton did caution us against the Manus followers we might encounter in Australia.
No, it's something much more important than that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the greatest sail-away party in all Australia. And for those of you who haven't signed up for the trip, think again. This is Free Breeze, about to set sail. No need to worry about currency exchange, whether it's Australian dollars. Just a small price to pay for an unforgettable journey with the talented, We've also prepared a little gift for our most enthusiastic guest. A free cruise ticket!
That's what I'm talking about.
This apple should have known better.
Ladies and gentlemen, the party starts now. Put your hands together for the enchanting Miss Barcarola and her captivating melodies.
Woohoo!
You're much too kind, Mr. Hamish, saying all these wonderful things about me. But I'm only a cruise musician. It's thanks to the collective efforts of the whole crew that the Free Breeze has been so successful. I just feel privileged to be a part of it.
I know you want to stay humble, Miss Barcarola, but there's no reason to be so modest. Many of our guests come aboard just to hear you play, and I'm sure there will only be more in the future. So what's the harm with hyping the crowd up with a little round of applause?
Well, if it's for the ship, I suppose I can handle a little publicity.
Of course you can, and you deserve it too. By the way, do you know the guest over there? She's very, enthusiastic.
Hmm?
She's been drumming up the crowd. Sold us a load more tickets. We've never sold out so quickly.
All right, everyone, listen up. I've got some exciting news to share. This piece of paper in my hand could be your ticket to an incredible seafaring adventure. Just think about the cool breeze, the spruced up cruise ship, and the awesome music. What more could you ask for? This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance for a trip you'll never forget. So, let's get buzzing. Throw your hands in the air and your coins out of your pockets and let your dreams come to life. Let's hear those coins jingle and fill your spirits soar.
Is she a local? Australians are known for their sunny disposition.
No one knows her.
They're in
miss.
Australia
But to
right
be
now?
honest, I'd love to invite her to join the crew. If only the captain weren't so picky with the new recruits.
I know what you mean. Her enthusiasm is infectious. Maybe her energy would wake up our stuffy new captain. I'll never understand why the captain fired the old crew and hired a load of people who don't seem to have any clue about music. All they do is make noise, and not the good kind either.
We better keep it down, miss. They'll hear us.
We didn't hear any dissenting opinions about our captain now, did we?
No, of course not.
Captain, if I may, perhaps it's time we made our way to Laplace.
Come on, Mr. Apple. The crowd's going crazy for us. Can't you see how close we are to winning that free ticket?
I suppose you're right, Captain. But the crew seems to be packing up for the day.
They what?
Oh, can I help you? I'm afraid Miss Barcarola won't be signing any more albums today.
What about my free ticket? Wasn't I the most enthusiastic guest tonight?
Sorry, miss. But the most enthusiastic guest was really just a turn of phrase. We're nearly sold out tonight, and bookings are still coming in. I don't think we can spare tickets for you. Come by next time.
That's messed
and we'll
up.
see you.
Easy, Captain. They never really explained what they meant by the most enthusiastic guest. We're in no position to argue.
Why do I feel like Apple sounds different?
a bloody scam. I'm filing a complaint. Just you wait and see.
I understand your frustration, miss. The ship is sailing in just a couple of days. Even if you file a complaint right at this moment.
I feel bad for her, Mr. Hamish. And just think how this will affect our reputation. With your consent, I'd like to offer this young lady a ticket and a stay in my cabin. I'll be more than happy to pay for her.
You've done this so many times, Miss Barcarola. I'm afraid I have to turn you down. You know the new captain won't exactly be thrilled to have a freeloader on the ship.
So were you actually doing false advertisement earlier? Huh?
But...
So, how much longer do you need to think up an excuse?
All right. In the view of your outstanding enthusiasm, we offer you a special gift for your help with our event. There. Thanks for your support.
Wow.
Wait!
I'm so sorry about all this, Senora. I hope this will compensate for it.
It won't.
Huh? I hope we can see each other again. Preferably soon.
What?
I think Regulus just wanted the free ticket, not a signature for an artist she doesn't even care for. Uh-oh. Probationary assessment Regulus. Oh! Code name Regulus. Time employed 11 months. Project team, the Storm Research Group, unregistered. And unregistered. Is it because she didn't register for it and they just put her on there? Assessment results not available. Performance review. Research on influence of light and sound waves on the emotion controls on crowds. Safety verification of St. Pavlov's Foundation's communication equipment? Wait, did she do that? Exploration of possibilities of communication without numbers with the school of Aperon. Okay, can I safely assume that these are like failed projects or excuses that she made? No accomplishments. Probationary experience. Assisted the timekeeper in investigating the storm. Consistently on the front lines of responding to the storm. And have experienced 3 storms. These experiences provided invaluable crossed out data for Laplace's storm research. During this operation, her numerous crossed out active contributions have brought a crossed out wealth of inspiration to colleagues. In interactions with the St. Pavlov Foundation and the School of Aperon, she has displayed crossed out outstanding negotiation skills, making her a crossed out crucial mainstay member of the Timekeeper squad. Evaluator comments. Alright, enough with the charade. The only thing in this document that she actually provided herself is this photo. I'll let her join the research group as a former researcher, but she will not receive any benefits until she personally fills in all the blanks in this form. Ulrich. The T9 event? Weren't you there when I was messing up greatly? Cartography for beginners. Oh, okay. So when they said that Ulrich actually requested for her to be in the research group, was that a lie? Like, who put her in the research group then? Because obviously she didn't fill up for it. But it sounded like Ulrich didn't even ask for her either.
So, they gave you this flyer at the sail-away party?
Not just that one. There's a whole stack of them.
All right, Researcher Regulus. I think I've got everything down. Let's run through it again. Researcher Regulus suffered horrendous mistreatment during the pre-sale event of the Free Breeze, which has had a significant psychological impact on her. In order to recover from this traumatic event, she formally requests
a 1-year advance on her salary and 15 days of leave. The funds are to be used solely to book passage on a cruise trip, with the goal of replacing her negative experience from the pre-sale event with a more positive one.
I feel like this is a bit excessive. And is this even job related? They didn't send her to that pre-sale event, did they? I thought she was just passing by. Another rhythm game in here? Ah!
I'm telling
No,
you the
you're not
truth.
good. No.
I can see that bottle of artificial tears in your hand, Regulus. Please put it away. There's no need for dramatics.
Rexilus, look. Your baby girl is causing drama.
Thank you, Ulrich. I knew there was a soft spot underneath all that metal.
Not so fast, Regulus. I never said I agreed to your request.
No? Why? I'm a researcher just like anybody else, aren't I? Shouldn't Laplace be looking out for my well-being?
Regulus, you've been working in Laplace for 11 months now, and you still haven't submitted your performance appraisal or published a single valid project result. In other words, you haven't completed your probationary period, so you can't get the benefits of a full-time employee. And to top it all off, you didn't even show up to register at the first Storm Research Group meeting.
I mean, she didn't want to, though?
Well,
Please save me the excuses. There's still a chance for you to turn things around. You can take another assessment. We'll use the results to make up for the assessments you've missed. It'll be crucial for your performance review and, consequently, your employee benefits.
Bring it on.
Easy there, Researcher Regulus. You're taking a test, not going to war.
Huh? Wait, is that why the vision is just steadily going
said
up?
It was just a test.
I did, and I meant it. This is just some light reading for you
Light?
to reference during the test.
Books piled up to the ceiling?
And this is the test.
Ah.
The numbers on this paper may appear random, but they're actually an encrypted code. Your task is to figure out what the message is.
I see more words than actual numbers, though. Sure, whatever.
You can use the computer to help you, and you might find some useful books and papers in the second drawer on your left. The instructions for the computer and a guide on how it works are all in there. Given its difficulty, there is no time limit for this test. Best of luck, Researcher Regulus.
Infinitely trapped in the research laboratory until you get results. It's basically the message here.
You better keep your word, Ulrich, or you'll be no different than those sailors. At least they didn't torture me with maths. Lend me your strength, Brian May, Jim Morrison, Frank Zappa. Oh, God!
You're taking a test, not going to war.
Captain, this apple has an impression on this.
Maybe you were their target because you are an irrational number.
Is it really a puzzle unsolvable?
Are you scared?
Captain!
Follow me, Regulus.
That's
Best of
Sophia's
luck,
voice, right?
Researcher Regulus.
That's Ulrich.
Where am I?
Wait.
Why is this happening to me? Is this some kind of cruel joke from that Aperon lot?
Ah, the number is about to come out the screen.
Somebody! Anybody! Help me! Please!
Walking fish tank. Oh, Sudoku. Wait, what? Making sure they appear once each row and column of 3x3 box. What? Am I done? There more? Oh no, there's one right here in the corner. Have fun with the rhythm game. This is not a rhythm game though. Don't need to be good like T9, but it's faster than T9? Oh no.
Glad to see you're still in high spirits, Researcher Regulus. But this doesn't add up. I gave you an encrypted code, not a Sudoku puzzle.
What do you mean?
Come on, get yourself together. The 9th storm has passed, Researcher Regulus. You've had plenty of time to brush up on your math.
Is that why we haven't seen her for so long? Because he had her trapped with his research.
Alright, let me explain. All you have to do is a basic decode and transcription of the result using the Laplace encryption key. See how the 4th from last digits have changed? There are no numbers greater than 24 within the 17th interval, and those in the 18th interval don't exceed 59. So, if we make a bold assumption here, these numbers have probably been coded using Laplace's nomenclature, where the codes of time are always placed between the 12th and 18th intervals. You'll see this a lot here. We use them for ships, satellites, manpower arrangements, and such. Finally, we input the result into the Laplace astronomy database to see if we find any matches, and there. A set of photos taken from space.
Huh? Are you telling me I spent the whole day doing this just to find a few photos?
Oh, it was only one day. Okay.
These aren't just any photos, Researcher Regulus. Take a closer look. The first picture was taken on December 2nd, 1995, the day the Solar and Heliospheric Observatory was launched. The second picture was taken on June 25th, 1997, during a period of sunspot activity. The third one is from November 21st, 1998. It's an image of the first satellite ever deployed from a space station.
And the 4th is from December the 28th, 1999. Is that a rugby game?
Yes. Looks like it was the last one held in that stadium in Melbourne. The place is just a commercial district now.
But, wait. This isn't right. If you're suggesting what I think you are, then these next photos are...
That's right. From the 5th photo onward, we can't pinpoint their exact time or location. But it seems they involve Halley's Comet, 136199 Eris in the Kuiper Belt, the Uluru Games, and a rock festival. And there are more. Take a look at these timestamps. February 9th, 2001. October 21st, 2003. November 2005.
And the last one's from... April the 16th, 2007.
This proves one thing. Before all our struggles to study and control the effects of the storm, this pioneer crossed the storm unscathed and sent us these images.
But... why are you telling me all this? Did everyone else's assessments turn into some kind of top-secret briefing? All I wanted was an advance on my salary.
Just for once, could you see the bigger picture here? We've been presented with an amazing opportunity, and all you can think about is your salary?
Minds come together here to help those in the highest positions reach informed conclusions. Fish tank brainstorm. The topic of this brainstorming session is, how did this pioneer manage to cross the storm and continuously send information to the Earth's surface? The ferrofluid flows freely in his glass tank. Is it possible that this is just a prank? Like a cipher game created by one of us, accompanied by fake photos and data, and indifferent researcher shrugs. Then go and write a detailed report on who you think it is pulling the prank. Every week until someone confesses to being behind it. That's an abuse of power. The researcher who intended to remain silent slams the table. Alright, I have a thought. The storm rewinds people into disappearance, but some things that inherently exist longer might not be completely reversed. This pioneer could send some kind of man-made satellite. No, this pioneer could be some kind of man-made satellite that regularly sends data, and the storm rewinds it to an older version, but doesn't affect its operation. We've already experienced time period as far back as the beginning of World War I. No man-made satellite should even exist at the time. I've got it! It's aliens. Aliens are crossing the storm! I mean, there's what called alien tea in there. And sending us some kind of signal. It's not surprising at all that they have technology immune to the storm among their advanced space tech, right? Researcher with fanciful imagination raises his hand. Damn it, we don't have time to verify baseless hypotheses like these. The man-made satellite theory might just be reasonable hypothesis, but the internal structure of the satellite just happens to form a knot-like structure. Many of the satellites launched by Laplace have adopted arcane techniques, theoretically capable of activating the immunity spell. The researcher, feigning seriousness, rests his chin on his hands. That's a good direction, but your reasoning is too idealistic. Let's proceed on the premise that there exists a satellite capable of gaining immunity to the storm, and investigate further, regardless of the principles behind all of this. Now everyone, spread out and check every satellite in Laplace's history. If this hypothesis is confirmed, it could be another significant breakthrough in our storm research.
The dust in here. What, are we inside some kind of vacuum cleaner? Is that why you always wear that fish tank on your head? What's got you so quiet? Pulling the strong and silent act now?
Here we are.
Here, as in...
The Laplace launch site in Sydney. We've collaborated with the Foundation and the Space Agency for various projects here.
Thanks for the heads up. I almost thought we just barged into some rock star's house.
It will actually take another 2 years before this place becomes an official launch site.
Oh, yeah, right. We're basically living in the past.
I visited various launch sites to verify the photos. Guiana Space Center, Placid's Cosmodrome. Then, I found this place. Most of its archives were lost in the storm, but a small portion of the early records survived. I left them here with the rest of the files I compiled. Damn it! Where did they go?
Huh. So, does this mean we can all go home now?
Absolutely not. All right, new task. Stay put and don't touch anything. I need to find those files.
Fine. Oh, amazing! An old military base. Mysterious photos. This is going to be juicy. No chance Ulrich is stopping this rockin' pirate from going after treasure. I mean, very, very important files. The hunt is on. Ha ha! Let's start with what's on this table. La 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 da 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 do 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 do. I almost forgot. Can't go treasure hunting without some music to rock out to. Woohoo!
Damn it! I forgot to tell her to keep quiet. What's happening? Is this an earthquake? Ah, crap. This is the note I wrote last time I was here. Regulus, turn off that speaker, now!
Can she even hear you through all the music?
Da 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 da.
Yeah. No, she can't. Ew.
For fuck's sake! I knew I should have upgraded my memo module! Calm down, Ulrich. You're a leader. It's part of your job to clean up after your team.
Well. Honestly, now it looks like the Uluru arena.
Who ate beans?
what, I'm just another shift. Are you a rational numbers?
Relax, no worries, relax. Please, don't resist. They are much naughtier than the Foundation's kids.
Flux! Flux! Finally it's over. Relax. Don't overheat. You'll have to get used to this if you want to be a good leader.
Ulrich! Look what I found! Where's my round of applause? If you're even half a leader, you'll fight your hardest to get a decent salary for such an outstanding employee as myself.
Right after he had to clean up after you?
Sure.
He sounds so like gritting his teeth. If he had
Just one more thing. Scientist to scientist. You made some pretty cool electronic music in that battle. Didn't know you had it in you.
Here are all the files related to the satellite. Look them over, Regulus.
Do we have to go through all this right now? Why? Is there some even more juicy stuff in them?
For you, it might be. The satellite carries a variety of arcane items. Space seeds, dragon tree resin compasses, obsidian crystals, WFPCs, astronomical spectrometers. Even its power source is an arcane record player. We've made a list of everything that was on it so we can test them against the artificial storm. The satellite is an archive of the wisdom of the entire human race. It somehow survived multiple storms.
What are you gonna do with it?
Sadly, a lack of maintenance caused it to plummet to the Earth. It crashed in your time, 1966.
Oh.
The telescope project was named after a record that was on the satellite, which also happens to share your name.
Regulus. My little thing. It was the record on the satellite.
Yes, that's the one. Wow, you've kept it in great shape.
So, this is the key to braving the storm?
It might be, among several other options.
I get it. That's why you wanted me on the storm research team.
Not just that. I've read the Appear on Island reports. You demonstrated some serious talent with the series puzzle in that cave. And you've faced more storms than the majority of the Laplace staff. We're not working together for a couple of research papers. This is about the survival of everything on Earth. We need all the help we can get, including yours. In fact, Laplace even held a meeting with the Foundation to discuss borrowing your record.
Uh-oh.
The Foundation suggested we apply for an item transfer order under the Artificial Storm Project and let the Timekeeper take over the matter. Some of my colleagues told me that, according to LSCC regulations, lending assets to the center is mandatory for all staff.
Uh-oh.
But let me be honest with you. I'm not comfortable with taking your record by force. It's yours after all. It's your choice what you do with it. So, here I am. Not as your leader, but as myself. Hoping we can find a solution that works for both of us.
Has anyone ever told you that you're terrible at negotiations?
Ah, damn it. I knew it wouldn't be easy.
Go ahead, Mr. Ulrich. Take it, before I change my mind.
You're willingly giving it over to the Artificial Storm Project?
For a cause even greater than rock music? Absolutely. But just to be clear, I'm only lending it to Laplace. You have to give it back when you're done. It's the only copy in the world and the future centerpiece of the Regulus Museum.
Thank you, Researcher Regulus. Thank you so much. I was gearing up for a much tougher talk. I even applied for additional funding and a month's leverage. Well, I suppose I won't have to use it after all.
No!
What?
Regulus, you should have held out a little longer.
Timekeeper! Sonetto, what's the rush?
I just wanted to remind you that our vacation in Australia is over. If you need any help packing, please let me know. Oh, and I have something for you.
Huh?
Regulus asked me to pass these out. She won them at a sail-away party. She said they're highly valuable, the finest choice for any collection, if I recall correctly.
Looks like an ordinary flyer to me.
I've already inspected them. They're just advertisements with a handwritten signature in the corner, and some completely over-the-top promises. Regulus told me it's a trick that advertisers use. They use fancy words to catch people's eyes and make it seem more grand. Phrases like, an opulent odyssey upon the boundless sea, tour the illustrious Pacific coast, a veritable feast of harmonic reverie, rare and fortuitous seasonal discount, and facilities unimaginable in their splendor. What's this on the back? Nor happiness, nor harmony, nor fame. Nor pride, nor strength, nor skill in arms or arts.
Oh! What?
Before a cruel whip, man who man would be must rule the empire of himself. In it,
I am right behind you.
No, you're not.
establishing his throne on vanquished will, quelling the challenges of hopes and fears, being himself alone.
Is everything alright, Timekeeper?
Sonetto, change of plan. We need to contact the Foundation. Now.
budget crisis? Procurement list Project Regulus. Oi. Dragon tree resin compasses. Compasses carved from the resin of dragon blood trees, serving as an activation stimulus of the Eastern Astrology Arcane Skill on Telescope. Used for navigation in extreme environments. Note, procured dragon blood, the sap of the dragon tree, for remanufacturing to ensure foolproof production. An external contract has been issued for collecting genuine dragon blood. Obsidian crystals. Utilizing obsidian crystals to produce solar panels was proposed by some arcanists of that time. The ingenious application of Aztec arcane skills significantly enhanced the efficiency of the solar energy absorption. Note, on the site collection of Popocatépetl, I cannot say it, volcano, along with lab-produced control sample. Wide field camera. A wide field camera planetary camera, WFPC, with highest resolution of that time provided by Caltech, responsible for capturing image data. Note, send a specialist to negotiate and request a camera and design blueprint if possible. The price is of no issue. Wasn't there a budget crisis? Astronomical spectrometer. The telescope is equipped with various size spectrometers integrating both spectral and photographic functions used for gathering spectral data. Note, a labor-intensive task, retrieving all existing spectrometer designs from Laplace and commission expedited production from major corporations. Any word with expedited in it usually is expensive. High-speed photometer. An instrument used to measure the brightness and polarization variations of celestial body. Was decommissioned before the first storm due to malfunction. Even if decommissioned, it can't be overlooked. The museum might have replacement parts. Space seed. Seeds prepared for activation environment of certain arcane skills at the time. Each seed was meticulously selected and symbolically significant. Symbolically and significant? Okay. Note, the original conditions cannot be fully recreated, but similar substitutes can be found. Request as many as possible from Plesek. Kai is expedited? No. Anyways, Regulus record. The power source of the telescope shrouded in complete mystery as the most enigmatic component of the apparatus. The owner has been identified. The entanglement of identical names bring inextricable fate into play. Though unscientific, this must be considered. Okay. I mean, I'm not expensive either. Speaking of...
Good afternoon, Mr. President.
Let me go and grab a fruit bar. Because I spent too much time on molding, and so I don't think I can finish this time. But hey, at least you won't be wasting yours. So let me go get a drink and bar.
May the peace be with us.
May the peace be with us, my friend.
Xeno has been restored to its usual state. Aside from Igor's ardent supporters, the rest of the Xeno soldiers and officers were unaware of his betrayal. Just as we expected. Admiral Igor's funeral has been held as planned, one that befits his rank and status. All relevant personnel remained in South America for the ceremony, as per Xeno's funeral regulations. We're in the process of selecting a new admiral. I'll provide you with a candidate list shortly. Additionally, we've dispatched an investigative team to Tierra del Fuego to search for Igor.
Very well. What about the girl?
The girl? Are you referring to Lopera? Her emotions have stabilized, so we've decided to leave her in South America for the moment. Of course, she'll be put through the necessary investigations as circumstances dictate.
Keep a close eye on her. Oh, and that little singing bird?
Zeno is quite upset about our decision regarding Miss Kimberly. They're insisting she undergoes a more thorough investigation. I feared that if we gave too much pushback, they would take a more extreme stance in response. So I agreed.
Those soldiers never budge.
Of course, Zeno agreed that the investigation would be done under the supervision of the Foundation. If nothing else comes up, she will be put into the Timekeeper's team and granted the same rights as the other members.
Good. Don't keep Vertin waiting too long.
There's more. Madam Z has received word from the Timekeeper. The Timekeeper suspects Manus Vindicte is active
Alright,
again
I'm
in
back.
Sydney Harbor.
Did I miss?
They're likely on board a cruise ship named Free Breeze.
So, let's see. Blank asked for spoilers, or he's saying it's a spoiler. And he asked whose banner it is right now. It's Barcola. Barara. I can't say her name well now. Speak human. I mean, I wasn't even here to speak, for sure. Inspiration unit, as Kinoku says, is apparently a mechanic that's frustrating and random. So, depends on how you see it. And if
This
you
would
like
explain why our field investigators
I
have been
don't feel
having
the need to
difficulties
get her.
with their tasks. Manus has covered their tracks carefully this time.
Where's the cruise bound for?
That's still unclear, sir. However, Moth just reported in confirming that the ship has passed the Oceania Islands. Indeed.
You like your poison team? I don't even have a poison team.
We're making excellent progress. That's good. Assign a new mission to Vertin.
You mean to send them on that cruise?
We can't keep her under our wing forever.
Understood.
What brings you all the way over here, old friend? Oh. So, Laplace has requested the Foundation's assistance with the Artificial Storm Project?
He's also requested our help in determining the most suitable location for the experiment. I have several in mind that should meet his needs. The location closest to Laplace's Australian branch is on the sea, right where the Free Breeze cruise ship happens to be.
I see where you're going.
However, I do have concerns about how this might disrupt our current plans against Manus Vindicte.
Regardless, Laplace will have our full support for the Artificial Storm Project.
But Moth's status still remains unclear. If we proceed too hastily, we might jeopardize the situation.
I thought you'd have foreseen something like this. A few pieces must be sacrificed if you're to win the game. You know that better than anyone, don't you?
Is it jabbing at her what she did?
Is this also the Pax House's decision?
You have my word on it.
I see. I'll inform the Timekeeper and Ulrich of their missions.
Thank you. I look forward to their meeting.
We meet again, Timekeeper.
Pleasure's mine, Mr. Ulrich. I've heard good things about your work with Regulus.
Frankly, I was surprised by how selfless, passionate, and forward-looking she is. I'm truly grateful to have someone like her on my team.
Selfless? Are we sure we're talking about the same person?
The situation on the Free Breeze is still unclear. We don't know how many Manus Vindictae followers might be on board. Our plan is to board the cruise as ordinary passengers.
No such mode. Blank.
Regulus said she's made acquaintance with a crew member and has made sure to alter our profiles so we don't attract any unwanted attention.
That's good to hear. So Regulus didn't use her money for her own amusement after all. We should stagger our boarding times. I'll reach out if I spot any signs of Manus Vindictae. Let's stay in touch. See you on board.
Mr. Ulrich, we're more than happy to assist with your mission.
Oh, no. Please don't trouble yourself. Sorry, don't get me wrong. I'd appreciate your help were the circumstances different, but the experiment is still confidential. Please don't mention it to anyone. I'd like to avoid any unnecessary risks or interference. On the cruise ship, we are but strangers.
I see.
Don't you worry. I have a little disguise for myself, too.
Aww. I'm curious as to how it would look. Wait, what? Apple, you're not going too? Wow. There is no such thing, I say, and therefore there isn't. Oh, Grace is the captain. No wonder. Mm-hmm.
Miss Barcarola, at last you've graced us with your presence. Henry and I were just having a little wager on whether we'd see our musical star outside.
Ah, well bet, signore. Allow me to pour you the first glass. How do you like your whiskey? On the rocks, perhaps?
Indeed. Thank you, my dear.
Over here, Mum. It's Miss Bar. Last time I saw her, she performed an entire symphony all by herself.
It's good to see you again, my little friend.
Miss Barcarola, what a pleasure. I've heard so much about you. My child hasn't stopped talking about you since you spoke to him about the didgeridoo at Sydney Harbour. He was so excited by it that he begged us to bring one on board.
It's so resonant, don't you think? It almost feels like it's echoing from the depths of the earth itself. I've actually been experimenting with playing it alongside my crackling box. It's a wonderful match with the tin whistle and kalimba, and I'm sure a number of other instruments too.
Looks like she's pretty popular too. Have you forgotten, Sonetto? You're also looking at a popular public figure yourself. One that had half of London hunting. Cheering for her. Ah, the bittersweet burden of fame.
That group over there seems unusually uptight.
Oh, those are the captain's special guests. They're from one of the Oceania archipelagos. Nukuteao, I believe. They're probably just a bit nervous. I imagine they don't often find themselves among so many foreigners.
Nukuteao. I read about it in a history of arcane ethnicity back in the SPDM. It's a remote place, and its people hold a special kind of shell at the center of their beliefs. They've rarely made contact with the outside world. It's often been described as a peaceful paradise. I also read that the Nukutai almost never leave their homeland. Why are they here?
The Nukutai will never abandon our homeland. Just wait. We'll find our way back when the new era comes.
The new era.
Toa, that's enough. Tutu told us not to talk with outsiders.
But someone had to tell them the truth.
I apologize. I didn't mean to accuse you of anything. I was just curious.
Well, next time, keep your mouth shut. What could you possibly know about the Nukutai?
Please, everyone, no fighting. I'm Barcarola, the musical director. Is there anything I can help you with? I'll do all I can to ensure everyone has a pleasant experience.
What's going on? What do you want?
Tutu! Alone, Toa, stay back! These outsiders can be dangerous.
Dangerous? Have you never heard of me before?
Whoever you are, I ask that you leave us in peace.
Wasn't it her people who ran over to start a fight anyway, though?
You...
Tutu, think the tides you came. I wasn't sure what...
So are we going to take Miss Grace's offer or not? She promised it would bring our islands back.
It doesn't, but most people on this ship are here to see her, so she's not wrong in her assumption to an extent.
Enough, Toa. These outsiders don't need to know why we're here. And stop mentioning Miss Grace. Could draw unwanted attention.
But what's there to hide? There's no shame in wanting our home back. If we don't stand with Miss Grace, we'll lose Nukuteao forever.
I want to go home too. Probably more than anyone. I already miss Melly's red coral reefs, blue sea, and canoe races. We'll get through this, Toa. I promise we'll be neighbors again. Picking breadfruit and coconut flowers together. But before we accept Miss Grace's offer, there's a few things that need to be made clear. And remember, none of these passengers are to blame for what happened to our home.
Okay, but Miss Grace has offered us a way home. We'll have our islands back, just as they were. Our promised land.
We will go home, Sloane. Trust me. I just need to figure out a few things first. Starting with this wonderful new era she keeps talking about.
You seem a little on edge, Chief Kamuda.
Miss Grace, how much longer do we have to wait for this new era to come? Many of our people have never left Nukuteao before. We're struggling to adjust. Our spirits are low. The shells of some of my people have begun to crack. Not everyone is strong enough to endure this journey. Please, Miss Grace, you have to help us.
While it pains me to hear this, the journey must go on. You have nowhere to return to after all. We still have some space below deck. You can use it to store your people's bodies should they die.
Wow.
That's not exactly what we're asking for. Please show us another way. Help us like you did when you foresaw the destruction of Melly. I beg of you.
I've already shown you a way, haven't I?
You mean joining the Manus? But the Nukutai haven't had a conflict with anyone for centuries. That's why we hid ourselves away from the world. Difficult to persuade my people to do this. All we want is for our people to return to familiar soil, to feel our spirits at home. Nothing more.
But Melly is already gone.
Yes, but that doesn't mean we should take revenge on the outside world. It was an act of the sea itself. It would be unjust to blame anyone for it.
What about the torpedo test sites designated over Malaga and Vaipuna? Aren't there people who should answer for that?
It was probably just a mistake. The area they chose was far from the main islands of Nukuteao, and hardly anyone fishes there. They may not have realized that my people lived there.
And the oil spill? The wastewater discharge? Were all those fish killed by pollution also just an act of the sea?
Please, we're not looking for conflict.
Of course you're not. After all, they've only stolen everything you've ever held dear. And arrogantly assumed every inch of this planet is theirs to exploit. War is inevitable, whether you want it or not, Nukutai. But if you join us, you will have an invaluable ally. Time.
So, the other person that you're thinking about, Kinoku, is probably Grace. Because of the mention of the pocket watch.
The window is closing. The sifting is about to begin.
Has it really come to this? To revenge?
Oh no. It's quite the opposite. It's salvation.
Guess he gave in if that broke. Oh, nope, it didn't break. Just got rewritten. All those cracks.
Signora Regulus, as I'm sure you understand, there's a great deal of effort involved in creating a concerto. From the initial spark of inspiration, to the careful arrangement of the music, to the skill required to play it. The fact that any concerto has ever been performed at all is nothing short of a miracle. As musical director, it is my duty to select the perfect repertoire to bring delight to every listener. Then, the esteemed passengers of the Free Breeze can enjoy their dessert and wine with the finest musical accompaniment.
Ugh, you can't be serious. Where's the fun in just sitting there and listening? I promise you, this lot have had more than enough lazy jazz and swooning piano to last a lifetime. We need to shake things up. Make this voyage the greatest of the century. How about some 60s rock? And wouldn't you know it, this visionary former captain has a record player right here with her. All right, people, let me hear you cheer. Music is freedom. It should stir the soul anytime, anywhere.
Stop, Regulus! I'm the musicista here, not you!
Well, here we go.
These outsiders seem so full of life. They're nothing like what Miss Grace described. Full of hatred and hostility.
This is my performance. If you really must share your music with us, then perhaps you should go to the captain and apply to be a cruise musician like me.
With all due respect, Miss Barcarola, the point I'm trying to make is that only a DJ knows what the crowd really wants.
Oh. Oh. Did she just short the ship? Well,
Huh? Did I just shoot lightning bolts from my fingertips?
Of course not.
Verdammt! Who's stepping on my brand new leather shoes? Will you please watch yourself?
I was just about to say the same thing. Just let go of my jacket, you moron!
Could you all keep it down? I'm going deaf here. Oh no, my wine! And the cheese platter!
This could turn to total chaos before long. No, I can't let that happen. I must go check on the master switch.
Hey! Miss Barcarola!
Please let me through, Signora Elizabeth.
Barcarola, where are you going? Let me give you a hand.
Oh, I got it now. What I'm good at. Even there, just another shift. Up and at it. Are you irrational numbers? What I'm good at. It could be found. Just another shift. Rise and shine.
Yes.
Come on! There aren't as many of them this way.
Unbelievable. It's like you're an escape artist or something.
I'll, take that as a compliment.
It is a compliment. Thank you so much, Signora Regulus.
Patutu, I guess?
What? Tutu, are you okay? I'm fine. How's the Sea Mother's eye?
Solid as ever, of course. It takes more than a few knocks to damage Nukutai craftsmanship.
I knew getting too close to those oafs would bring trouble.
Oafs? Are you calling me stupid?
What is it, Blank? Why are you spamming? I don't want to pull on her banner. I already did 110 pull. I'm not too keen on this character.
What's this?
What did I say? Of course you have no idea what this is.
We form palm bark into lampshades about the
Excuse
size
me?
of a coconut. Then tie that to compass grass inside. We call it Sea Mother's Eye. Every Nukutai knows how to make one.
They're way better than those noisy, buzzing light bulbs. Wait, why are we even telling her this?
I don't know. Nobody asked you.
Shh. We need to lower their guard.
Huh?
So that we can earn their trust. If we don't understand our enemies, how can we help Miss Grace with her mission and rebuild our home?
Oh.
Besides, we can't just leave them to shout and run around. It'll disturb our people's rest. Trust me, that girl will thank us for this later. And then we can get all the information we need from her.
Then we should make more Sea Mother's Eyes and hand them out to the outsiders.
Now you've got it. By the waves, Tutu, you really are clever. No wonder the...
Is this really the right thing to do?
What peculiar little things. Reminds me of my days on the fishing boat. I always loved spotting the lighthouse on our way back. These look just like it.
The craftsmanship is remarkable. You'd be hard-pressed to find something of this standard in a factory these days.
They remind me of the things my grandma and I used to make when I was little. She could even carve a whistle out of a parsnip.
They're sharing food and stories.
just like we do on bonfire nights. I'm getting more and more confused by Miss Grace's words.
Miss Baccarola, I want to go home.
Is this one of the changes I must make to truly embrace music?
Whoa!
Hmm. You talking about Barcarola?
Attention passengers.
What are you talking about? I'm confused now. You lost me.
Is currently experiencing a power outage due to a fuse blown by a cargo leak in the lower deck. We ask that everyone remain calm. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience.
Unlimited ice cream. Oh.
Additionally, since we're approaching the habitat of the series, we're expecting an increase in turbulence in north. We appreciate your understanding.
See? What did I tell you? Music works wonders. Anytime, anywhere.
You were right, Senora Regulus.
You owe me one now. So, how about a little reciprocity? Say, letting me have a rock session on the ship?
Do you promise you won't cause any trouble?
Cross my heart.
All right, you can do it. But...
Woohoo! Don't forget to thank the girl who made the lamp.
As if I need you to remind me. I'll have you know I was just about to head over to her.
Tutu was right. The stupid girl's back.
Oi. Rude.
Huh? I must say, I don't appreciate being called an oaf or stupid. But I would like to thank you for your help back there.
What?
On behalf of the whole crew, you have our respect.
Oh. What do we do now? Tutu never said they'd be so friendly.
Tutu? Where did she go?
Okay. Well, I have to take a break. Because Nibs came to call me for lunch just now. So be back. Oh, the next one's a fight.